Ali radiallahu ta'ala and his akhlaq. Who knows what the word akhlaq means? What does the word akhlaq mean? Yes, my friend. Yes. Character, yes. Hamdan. You forgot so fast? Your hand was up just a few seconds ago. Hassan, my friend. Yes, character, actions. What else? Who knows? Yes, the red hijab. Sorry? Okay, yes. What's your name? Hamza, Hamza. Yes, my friend. What's your name? Yes. Muhammad. Yes, my friend, Muhammad. Personality, yes. Ramiz. Sorry? Iman. Yes. Actions. Okay, it means characteristics, conduct, character. Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he was the first child to accept Islam. At a very young age, he accepted Islam. And he spent majority of his life with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His name was Ali bin Abi Talib. This means Ali, the son of Abu Talib. So Abu Talib was the brother of Abdullah, who was the father of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Abu Talib and Abdullah were brothers. And Ali radiallahu anhu and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam were cousin brothers. First cousins. So Ali radiallahu ta'ala was the first child to accept Islam. Right from a young age, he spent a lot of his time in the company of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Among his nicknames, some nicknames were Haydar. Number 1, Haydar. Number 2, Abu Turab. Number 3, Abul Hassan. Number 4, Asadullah, the lion of Allah. So number 1, Haydar. Number 2, Abul Hassan. Number 3, Abu Turab, the father of soil. And number 4, Asadullah, the what of Allah, Ibrahim? Yes, what does that mean? The lion of Allah. Very good, mashallah. These were his nicknames. Now, we will go over some of his very noble characteristics. Characteristic number 1, his shaja'at and bravery. It is very famously known that Ali radiallahu anhu was extremely strong. And he was very brave. Whenever he would fight with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he would always be at the front. Never ever would he be a coward and run away or be at the back. And he would never lose. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would always grant him victory. Now in those days, they would fight with swords. Okay? They would fight with swords and they would have a one-on-one match with each other. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted them strength. So in one hand they would have their swords, and in the other hands they would have what? Who knows? Their shields. Do you boys know how big those swords and shields were? Yes. Put it this way, both swords and shields were so big that me and you probably could not even lift them up. That's how big those swords and shields were. And there is a weak narration wherein we find that Ali radiallahu ta'ala, once he broke the door of Khaybar. Khaybar is a fortress. Khaybar is actually situated in an area called Khaybar, which is approximately 150 kilometers from Medina Munawwara. So it had fortresses, it had castles. When the Prophet ﷺ conquered Khaybar, that's when Ali radiallahu anhu, he took the door, which is a humongous door, probably is bigger than this door here, and very heavy. He broke that door off from the hinges, put it on his back, And the Muslims were able to use that door as a bridge and cross from point A to point B. So just as I mentioned, this comes in a weak narration, and it also comes that if 40 men were to try to lift this door up, they could not do so. So what Ali radiallahu anhu did, 40 men could not do. Do you guys understand how strong he was? He was very strong. Musa, yes. Yes, much more stronger than Hulk, my friend. Hulk is just a animation character, okay? What you boys see on TV, what you see on the internet, is not in real life. There's no comparison. Although maybe Hulk is a strong animation character in your eyes, but in real life, the strength of Ali radiallahu anhu is unmatched. Okay, we're talking about real life events. Usman, yes. My friend, they were both on the same team. Khalid bin Walid radiallahu anhu, he was also on the Islamic team. And Ali radiallahu anhu was on the Islamic team. So they were teammates. Okay, they don't go against each other. MashaAllah, Allah granted both of them a lot of skills, strength, bravery. Okay, hands down, okay? Let us carry on with the talk. There was another statue inside the Kaaba. The statue's name was Hubal. What was the statue's name? Hubal. That statue was humongous. Ali radiallahu anhu took that statue and he ripped it out, threw it on the ground. And no one could return that statue back to its normal place because it was so heavy. That's how strong Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu was. And it also comes in narrations that people, they used to write the name of Ali on their swords to take good luck from his name. And they would use this sword to gain victory over the enemies. So this was his first characteristic. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted him, Zuhair, extreme bravery, my friend. What did Allah grant him? Yes, not extreme babery stream. Bravery. Okay, extreme bravery. Number two. Bravery. Bravery means strength. Shh. Bravery means, Musa? It means strength, right? It means strength, to be strong. Number two, Muhammad. Allah granted him humility and humbleness. Who knows what humility and humbleness means? Moise? No? Akif? Gentleness, yes. Hassan, my friend. So humility means someone who doesn't be proud of himself. He's very humble. He's soft. Okay? Once Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, Musa, he was extremely hungry. So he went out in the streets of Medina Munawwara in search for some work. Now keep in mind, he was a Khalifa of the Islamic Empire. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had granted him a very high position. But he didn't want to take wealth from the Baytul Mal and Islamic treasury. So he set out in search for work. He saw a lady. This lady, she used to collect small little pebbles. And she used to put water on these pebbles and turn these pebbles into clay. So Ali radiallahu anhu said, I will bring you water, and in return for each jug of water, you give me one date. So Ali radiallahu anhu, he brought 16, how many? 16, 16 jugs of water to this lady so that she could make her clay pots. And in return for each jug of water, she gave Ali radiallahu anhu one date. So he came back with 16 dates and he presented them to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And he said that I worked for these dates and I would like that you partake from these dates. So the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, he called the poor companions and those who were needy. And he said, come and join us. This was a practice of the Prophet ﷺ, that he would include the poor and needy people in his food and drink. Yes, my friends, we should do the same as well. Many of us, when we see poor people, what do? We ignore them. So if we can give them anything, what is the minimum thing that we can do for them? Who knows? What's the minimum and basic thing that we can do for them? I'm only going to pick one person, Mu'is. Okay, let's assume we cannot give them money because this person, he looks dangerous. He's walking on the street. He's walking back and forth. And if you open your window, it might be hazardous and dangerous for you. So the least thing that we can do, Ibrahim, is, no, we can give him a dua and supplication. Were you going to say that? MashaAllah, very good. What dua and supplication should we give him? Oh Allah, fulfill this person's needs. Okay? Oh Allah, fulfill this person's needs. Muhammad, what dua should we give that individual? Yes, very good, mashallah. You're paying attention. You're not talking to Aqif. This was characteristic number 2. Allah granted him humility. Wherever he would go, he would carry that water himself. If anyone said to him that you are the Khalifa of the time, give me that water, he said no. Allow me to carry it, I will carry it, and I will do things myself. So my friends, let us try to do things ourselves. We shouldn't have our parents helping us clean up, always calling us to the dinner table, always telling us to do this and that. Rather, Musa, we ourselves should go forward and ask our parents, do you need help? Is that correct? Very good, mashallah. Characteristic number 3. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala granted him something called zuhud. Who knows what zuhud means? What does zuhud mean? Zuhud means abstinence. That means that Allah granted him control over the Islamic treasury, the Baytul Mal. Yet, he didn't misuse it. Let's say if I was to give 20 blocks of pizzas to Mu'iz and say to Mu'iz, please look after these 20 boxes because after the program, we have to distribute these pizzas among those students or among those kids who come to the program. And after the program, if I was to go to the back and instead of seeing 20 boxes, now I see 15 boxes, I will become very upset, right? Because this means that Mu'iz, he either ate those 5 boxes, which I think is very highly likely, or he placed those 5 boxes on the side to give to someone else. Ali radiallahu anhu, he was in charge of the entire Baytul Mal, Islamic treasury. So he had a lot of riches, a lot of wealth, but he didn't use that wealth on his family. Rather, he and his family used to stay hungry, and he used to spend that money on the needy. This shows how abstinent he was. That was characteristic number 3. Number 1 was bravery, 2, humility, and 3, abstinence. Number 4, he had the quality of spending on the poor. It is narrated that once he was praying salah in the masjid, a poor man entered the masjid and he started asking people, does anyone have anything by which they can support me and help me? So no one was able to support him. Then he made this prayer that, oh Allah, I came to the masjid of your Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and no one was able to help me. So Ali radiallahu anhu, he was in his salah, and when a person's in salah, he's not allowed to talk. He's not allowed to make gestures. So he made a very light gesture like this. He was in his salah, and he pointed with his fingers, like come here, without breaking his salah. And then he had a silver ring. He said, or he was indicating in a salah that you take my silver ring. This poor man came, took that silver ring off of his finger in salah, and he left. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was watching all this. When he saw this, he said, "Oh Allah, I want you to love Ali just as I have love for Ali. And whoever loves Ali loves me, and whoever loves me loves Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala." So this is the nature of his charity. Number 5, Musab. The fifth characteristic. Musab, the fifth characteristic was he was extremely just, and Allah granted him a lot of insight in passing verdicts and judgment. Once, 2 people, they came to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, can we please behave? My friend, I need you to be quiet, please. I need you to be quiet. 2 people came to the Prophet ﷺ and they complained. So one person was the owner of a donkey and the other person was the owner of a cow. And the person who was the owner of the donkey said that this person, his cow killed my donkey. The Prophet ﷺ said to Ali, "Oh Ali, come here. Said, listen to what these people are saying. And then I want you to pass a judgment in favor of that person who's on the right." So Ali radiallahu anhu asked both owners if their animals were tied or if their animals were let loose. So the owner of the donkey said that my donkey was tied and his cow was let loose. And his cow came and killed my donkey. So Ali radiallahu anhu said that if his donkey was tied and your cow was let loose, that means you have to pay compensation to this person because your cow was not tied. And that was a hazardous thing for this person. So the Prophet ﷺ heard this decision and he confirmed it and he said that this decision is correct, and that decision was then executed. This was the fifth characteristic, that Allah granted him a lot of insight in respect to passing judgment. So characteristic number 1, bravery. Number 2, humility. Number 3, abstinence. Number 4, looking out for the poor. Number 5, having excellent judgment in decisions. Number 6, he was extremely cautious in respect to trust. If I was to give Zuhair my phone and say, "Zuhair, please look after my phone, and after Isha Salah, I will collect this phone from you." So he's supposed to look after it. But instead of looking after my phone, he goes to the back and he starts playing catch with it, with Musa. And the phone breaks. Now, after Isha Salah, if I say, "Zuhair, can you please give me my phone?" He gives me my phone, and now instead of having a sound and proper and good phone, the screen is broken, the functions are not working. How will I feel? Sad, right? Very sad, very sad. So once Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he noticed that there was a very expensive necklace, Musab. There was a very expensive necklace made out of pearls in the Baytul Mal, in the Islamic treasury. One of his daughters, whose daughter? Ali radiallahu anhu's daughter, liked that necklace. And when her father was not there, she asked the person who was in charge of releasing the items inside the Baytul Mal if she could just borrow it. Not take it, just borrow it. Because she was a daughter of the Khalifa, this man said, "Okay, you borrow it for the day of Eid, and then when you're done using it, you bring it back." So she borrowed it, took it home, put that beautiful, expensive necklace on, and when Ali radiallahu anhu came home and he saw that necklace, he said, "Wait a minute, I recognize that necklace. Did you take that necklace from the Islamic treasury, from the Bayt al-Mal?" She said, "Yes." He got very upset. that why did you take something from the Baytul Mal, from Islamic treasury, when it does not belong to you? It doesn't belong to you. Here I gave permission to Zuhair, but let's assume if I didn't give permission and he just quietly snuck from beneath the table and took it and went back to his seat. Is that correct? No, because you cannot borrow something without permission. So she took that necklace, put it on for the day of Eid, and when Ali radiallahu anhu saw that necklace on her neck, immediately he got upset and said, take it off. This does not belong to us, it belongs to the Baytul Mal, the Islamic treasury. Now we will go over the final characteristic, and that is, he was extremely sincere and very brave. Ali radiallahu anhu was martyred. He was martyred by a man named Abdurrahman bin Muljam. So the call for the Fajr prayer happened, and this man took a poisonous sword. Okay, he took a poisonous sword and he struck him where? Who knows? No, on the head. He struck him on the head, and that led to his death. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enabled him to rule for 5 years, from the 35th Hijrah until the 40th Hijrah. Okay? So he passed away in the 40th year of Hijrah after approximately 5 years of rule, and he was martyred. He was the last and final Khalifa. Now let's get to the questions. Who was their first child to accept Islam? Hands up. Who was their first child to accept Islam? Yes, my friend. Loudly, please. Okay. Yes. Ali radiallahu anhu. Very good, mashallah. Can someone mention just one of his nicknames? Yes. Yes, my friend. Yes. Asadullah. Very good. Yes. One of his nicknames. We'll come to that afterwards, okay? First, the question is related to what the points that I mentioned. Yes, my friend. The light of Allah, yes. Hassan. Haider, very good, mashallah. Haider, very good. Ibrahim, another name. Abul Hassan, very good. A fourth name. Who knows a fourth name? Yes, my friend. Moise? That's already been said. Muhammad? Ibrahim? Very close. Abu? Sorry? Yafi? Abu Turab? Abu Turab. Abu Turab. Okay, very good. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next part, okay? Can someone explain the bravery and the strength of Ali radiallahu anhu by giving one example? Yes, my friend.
So he could he picked up this very, very, very large door that even 40 men could.
Yeah, so according to a weak narration, he was able to pick up a very large door, which how many people could not even pick up? 40. Very good, mashallah. Yes, Hassan, another example.
There was a giant statue in the Kaaba.
Yes.
So he picked it up and no one could ever put it back.
Yes. What was the name of the giant statue in the Kaaba? Who knows? There was a giant statue in the Kaaba which he removed. Yes. Yes. Close. It starts with a H. Usman. Hubal. Very good, mashallah. Very good. Moise, yes. Yes. He was very brave. He wouldn't run away. Okay? Second characteristic. Can someone explain, by example, about the humility and humbleness of Ali radiallahu anhu? Yafi. Very good. My friend, in very short and concise words, he said, Sahibu shay ahaqqu bihamlihi. This means a person who owns something, he is more deserving of doing that action. Okay? Can someone explain, by example, how generous and kind he was to the poor? Yes, my friend. Musab's brother. What's your name? Mahid. Okay, Ramiz. Can you please explain the details? Yes, he was praying salah, and there was not a homeless man, but a needy man, okay, who was asking for something, but no one was able to help him. So he gestured in salah. Now, friends, in real life, if a homeless man was to approach us, what should we do? Yes, my friend. Yes, the minimum is, Hashir? We make dua for him. Very good, mashallah. That's the minimum, okay? How long was the rule of Ali radiallahu anhu? Who knows? From what year to what year and how long was it? Yes.
Till the 43.
You're close. You're close. Musa. 5 what? Very good. So the rule was 5 years. Now who knows from which year to which year? Mahir. Very good, mashallah. Okay. Now I'm going to give you boys a bonus question. I didn't mention this, but I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint, okay? The bonus question is that at which age, okay, friends, I need complete silence. At which age did Ali radiallahu anhu pass away? It was the age of another very famous Prophet and our beloved, put it this way, our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's age. Okay? Hassan. 43. You're close, but you're off a miles. Hamdan. In the blue shirt. Yes. Blue shirt. Okay. Please sit down. Sit down, okay? Wait, serious bad head. The serious bad head shirt? Yes, my friend. Very good, mashallah. Did you get help from Ibrahim? Very good, mashallah. 63. He passed away at the same age of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. 63. No, 63. Okay. I need all the 4, 5, 6, and 7-year-olds to make their way to the back, okay? Go quietly. 5, 6, and 7-year-olds.
What does
Haider?
Yes. I have a classmate named Hayden.
1 second. 1 second. Okay, all the 8, 9, and 10-year-olds. 11, 12, 13-year-olds. Jazakallah. Just a kind reminder, tomorrow, inshallah, we will have our part 1 from our part 2 series on Islamic marriage workshop from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So please try to benefit and join. Jazakumullahu khairan. In the evening, my friend. In the evening, okay? In the evening.